Crazy Red Emu here on the floor, because it's easier, to present all the Amy Roses with hammers. Because most of them I kind of had to work on. In fact, the only one that had no work done to it is Thorn. So her hammer is perfectly fine. Let's start with modern Amy. First one to come out with a hammer. The problem with hers is the handle was painted, and the paint, if you left it in her hand, would fuse and kind of just rip off and stay on the hand. So it had big patches of missing paint on the handle and brown smears on the glove. So I used rubbing alcohol to remove most of the brown paint. Looks like I missed a spot right there, but whatever. Off the handle. That way she could hold it without ruining a paint job. Let's go with Black Rose. She didn't come with a hammer or the sword. Now, in the show, she only had a sword. So I could basically had free reign with the hammer. So I found a model kit of like these robot skeleton pirates. And I took the barrel and added it to a handle off of a mythic. It's like mythic something. The hammer doesn't really, or the handle doesn't really matter too much. Nor does the hammer, because you have free reign. So you just kind of find whatever you like. You can use an anchor because she's a pirate. So, you know, anything that's boat themed is going to work. Tiny modern Amy. What I did was I bought another large size modern Amy. And I bought a little model. They call it a model kit, but it's basically a posable figure like this. This is the classic Amy, not modern, but it, you know, basically comes apart with, you can swap the arms out. I bought one of those because the hammerhead was slightly smaller. So I cut the hammerhead off that figure and the handle off a modern Amy, removed the paint again, then glued the handle to that hammerhead. It is a bit bulky. Yeah, it takes a little bit of... It's hard to do with one hand. But it is posable. It just, like I said, a bit of a pain. Still better than nothing. Go with the other one. Because I did a similar thing, is I bought this particular little model kit. You can find them on Amazon. This was for like 14 bucks. Both this and Modern Amy. And luckily this one, the hammer was completely removable. But again, it was painted. So I cut the handle off and replaced it with a piece off a little tiny plastic paintbrush. I cut it up and, you know, made a handle out of it. Second classic Amy, because she's also known for having a crossbow. So I just bought a Lego crossbow. Easy peasy. Sonic Boom Amy. There is a little like keychain, bootleg keychain Amy Rose that comes with the hammer. And again, I cut it off the handle and used a handle off a random toy that I didn't care about. It was like a little umbrella thing. Works a little better than the small modern Amy. And then this one required a lot more work. In fact, I didn't do the work myself. I sent it in to Unimportant Steve to do a lot of painting and stuff on it. Again, it's another 4-inch modern Amy hammerhead. Cut the handle off. I used the handle stick. The stick handle there is from the what was it? Ultimates Overwatch Mercy, the Hasbro, the Mercy that was made by Hasbro. That's the handle. And I bought another one of those model kit type modern Amy's for the collapsed version, because if you watch the show, you'll see it stuck to her back, all minimized. And with that, we put a magnet on her back and a magnet in here. That way, they stick to her back. And he painted it and made it look all nice. Now, that ain't the only custom work. Now, there's some more actual custom work I did on this figure, where I bought multiple figures so I could replace the joint that was a single elbow with the double elbow joint from the other side, which is a real pain in the butt, let me tell you what. But now, at least, you got a double elbow. Also had to drill a hole in the hand so she could hold the hammer. Also not that easy. But, yeah, that's all the work I've had to do with all these Amy's, because they're all missing weapons. Or a lot of them are missing weapons anyway. Yeah, Crazy Red Emu signing off.